26. Night shift archivist for a mid-size university. Job involves scanning decades of old newspapers and managing the server room in the basement. The basement is officially called Sub-Level B. I call it the bunker. No windows, constant hum of cooling fans, smell of ozone and old paper dust. My entire life is regulated by the rhythmic blinking of green LED lights. I like the silence. I like the cold. I like that I don't have to talk to anyone except the vending machine. Routine is God. Clock in at 10 p.m. Check server temps. Put on noise-canceling headphones. Scan documents until 2 a.m. Lunch, sandwich, turkey, no mayo. Scan until 5 a.m. Upload data. Leave before the sun fully rises. Perfect existence. Then the budget gets increased. Department head says we're behind schedule on the digitization project. Says he hired a second night shifter to double output. My sanctuary is compromised. I protest. He says, deal with it. Monday night, 10 p.m. I am sitting at my desk, organizing my pens by ink level. Door bursts open. Not opens. Bursts. Enter Cassie. She looks like she got dressed in the dark during a hurricane. Oversized knitted sweater that is unraveling at the sleeve. Combat boots that have never seen combat. Hair is a riot of curls held back by a pencil. She is carrying a tote bag that is overflowing with books, a thermos, and what looks like a potted plant. She drops the bag on the empty desk next to mine. Thud echoes in the silence. I wince. Hi, she says. Volume level. I'm the new scan tech. You must be the vampire. I stare at her. I'm the archivist, I say. Same thing, she says. She starts unpacking. She puts the plant on the desk. In a windowless basement. It's a fern, she says. They like the dark. She puts up a picture of a cat. She takes out a mug that is shaped like a gargoyle. My gray, sterile workspace is now infested with color. I put my headphones on. This is going to be hell. Week 1. The silence is dead. She hums. She doesn't hum songs. She hums tuneless vibrations while she works. She taps her fingers on the scanner glass. She talks to the scanner. Come on, you dusty piece of junk, she whispers. I try to ignore it. I turn my music up. I can still see her moving in my peripheral vision. She fidgets constantly, leg bouncing, spinning in her chair. 2 a.m. Lunchtime. I unwrap my turkey sandwich. She pulls out a Tupperware container. Smell of curry fills the room. It smells amazing. I hate it. It ruins the ozone smell. Want some? She asks. No, it's mild. I'm good. She eats. She scrapes the fork against the bottom of the container. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I grip my sandwich so hard the bread compresses into dough. Week 3. It's raining outside. Storm drains are loud. Basement is colder than usual. HVAC is blasting cold air to keep the servers happy. I am wearing my standard issue gray hoodie. Cassie is wearing a t-shirt. She is shivering. Her teeth are literally chattering. It is a rhythmic clicking sound. Click, click, click. It is annoying. It is disrupting my workflow. I stand up, walk to my locker, pull out my spare hoodie. It is navy blue. Generic. I toss it at her head. It lands on her face. Put it on, I say. The clicking is annoying. She pulls it off her face. She smiles. Not a polite smile. A beam. "Thanks, Vamp," she says. She puts it on. It swallows her. Sleeves go past her hands. She looks ridiculous. The shivering stops. Quiet returns. I go back to scanning. I catch her smelling the sleeve later. I pretend I didn't see it. Month 2. Routine has shifted. I don't know when it happened. 10 p.m. She arrives. "Hey," she says. "Hey," I say. She puts a coffee on my desk. Black. 2 sugars. She remembered. I didn't ask her to do this. Gas station machine was actually working today, she says. I take a sip. It tastes like burnt battery acid. Good, I say. She sits down. The fern has grown. I may have watered it one night when she was off. Maybe. We work in silence for 2 hours. It's a companionable silence now. Not the heavy silence of before. Just presence. 12:30 a.m. She rolls her chair over to my desk. She doesn't ask, just slides across the floor. "Look at this," she says. She points to a newspaper from 1954. Article about a man who married a ghost. We read it together. Her shoulder is touching my arm. She smells like vanilla and old paper. I don't move away. I tell myself it's because moving would require effort. She laughs at the headline. I feel the vibration of the laugh through her arm. "People were weird," she says. "People are still weird," I say. She looks at me. Eyes are very green under the fluorescent lights. "Yeah," she says softly. "They are." She rolls back to her desk. My arm feels cold where she was touching it. Must be the HVAC. Month 3. The vending machine ritual. 3 a.m. Every night, we walk down the long concrete hallway to the break room. Floors are linoleum. Our footsteps echo. My sneakers squeak. Her boots thud. We stand in front of the machine. It buzzes. "E4 or E5? She asks. "It's the same bag of chips. E5 is fresher." I say, "I saw the guy restock it." "E4 is lucky though," she says. She picks E4. It gets stuck on the coil. She groans. She leans her forehead against the glass. "Traitor," she whispers to the machine. I step forward. I bump the machine with my hip. The bag falls. She looks at me. "My hero," she says. She splits the bag with me. We sit on the floor of the hallway, legs stretched out, shoulders brushing, eating stale chips at 3 a.m. She tells me about her art. She paints landscapes of places that don't exist. She talks about colors I've never heard of. Alizarin crimson. Cerulean. I talk about data compression. I talk about the history of the Dewey Decimal System. She listens. She actually listens. She watches my face while I talk. I stop looking at the floor and look at her. There is a crumb on her lip. I have an urge to brush it off. I shove a handful of chips in my mouth instead. Brain tells me I am just hungry. Month 4. I am sick. Flu. Fever of 102. I call out. First time in 3 years. I lie in bed. Apartment is quiet. Too quiet. No hum of servers. No rustle of pages. No tapping of boots. I check my phone. Text from unknown number. "Where are you? The basement is haunted without the vampire." It's her. I didn't give her my number. She must have looked it up in the employee directory. I text back. Sick. Dying. Leave me alone, she replies. Drama queen? Drink water. I sleep for 18 hours. Wake up to a knocking on my door. It's 2 p.m. Sunlight hurts my eyes. I open the door. It's a delivery guy. Holds out a bag. Delivery for? The vampire? He looks confused. I take the bag. It's soup and Gatorade and a note. Don't die. Who will fix the printer? See? I eat the soup. It's hot. My chest feels warm. It's just the fever breaking. Obviously. Week 18. Back at work. She is wearing my hoodie again. I haven't asked for it back in 2 months. It looks better on her anyway. You're alive, she says. She spins in her chair. Barely, I say. I sit down. My desk is organized. Pens are aligned. Keyboard is dusted. The fern has been watered. I tidied up, she says. Don't get mad. I'm not mad. I say, I'm not. I feel something else. Settled. Calm. We start working. Around 4 a.m., I drift off. Head hits the desk. I wake up an hour later. My neck hurts. There is a blanket draped over my shoulders. Not my blanket. It's a knitted Afghan. Looks like a rainbow exploded. She is asleep in her beanbag chair in the corner, curled up like a cat, soft snoring. I look at the blanket. I look at her. I carefully take the blanket off and walk over to her. I cover her up. She shifts in her sleep, mumbles something, reaches out a hand, grabs my wrist, holds it. Her hand is warm. My pulse spikes. I stand there for 5 minutes, trapped. I don't pull away. I just watch the server lights blink. Green, green, green. Finally, she lets go. I go back to my desk. I don't get any more work done. I just stare at a blank screen. Month 5. The interloper. Day shift guy. Kevin. Kevin is loud. Kevin wears cologne that smells like desperation. He stays late one night to finish up a report. He is leaning on Cassie's desk, blocking her light. So, do you have a boyfriend? He asks. Classic Kevin. I am scanning a document. I scan the same page 3 times. I'm busy, Kevin, she says. Come on, one drink, he says. He touches her shoulder. She flinches. Micro movement, barely visible. I see it. I stand up. Chair scrapes loudly against the floor. Kevin jumps. I walk over. I am taller than Kevin? I didn't realize I was intimidating until this moment. Kevin, I say. Voice is flat, monotone. You are violating the clean room protocols. What? He says. Too much cologne, I say. Particles interfere with the sensors. Get out. This is a lie. Complete nonsense. Kevin looks at me. He looks at Cassie. He leaves. Door shuts. Silence returns. Cassie looks at me. She is biting her lip to keep from laughing. Particles? She says. Very sensitive equipment, I say. I sit back down. She rolls her chair over. She bumps her knee against mine. Does not pull back. Thank you, she whispers. He was annoying, I say. Yeah, she says. She leaves her knee against mine. We work like that for 3 hours. contact point burns. It is distracting. It is the best part of my night. Month 6. Power outage. Severe thunderstorm. The whole campus goes dark. Backup generators kick in. Emergency lights bathe the room in red. The hum stops. It is dead silent. Just the rain pounding on the concrete above us. "Whoa," she says. Her voice trembles slightly. She doesn't like the dark. I forgot. I turn on my phone flashlight. Beam cuts through the red gloom. "It's okay," I say. Generators are running. HVAC is still on. "It's spooky," she says. She moves closer to me. She is standing right next to my chair. I swivel around. "Sit," I say. I pat the edge of my desk. She sits on the desk, feet dangling. She is wearing striped socks. I shine the light at the ceiling, making shadow puppets. I make a rabbit. "That's a terrible rabbit," she says. "It's a structuralist rabbit," I say. She laughs. She makes a wolf. Her hands are elegant. Long fingers. Ink stain on her thumb. The wolf eats the rabbit. She looks down at me. Red light makes her skin look soft. Shadows hide the mess of the room. It's just us. In a red box. Underground. "You know?" she says. "What? You're not as grumpy as you pretend to be." "I am extremely grumpy," I say. "Liar," she says. She reaches out, touches my hair. Just a light brush, fixing a stray strand. My breath hitches. Diaphragm freezes. She notices. Her hand lingers near my ear. Pulse is hammering in my neck. She can probably feel it. She doesn't move her hand. Thumb brushes my cheekbone. Rough skin. Soft touch. I look at her. She is looking at my mouth. My brain is screaming logic errors. System crash. Reboot imminent. The lights flicker. Main power comes back on. Fluorescents buzz to life. Blindingly bright. The moment shatters. She pulls her hand back. Fast. She hops off the desk. "Right," she says. "Power's back. Back to the mines." She sounds breathless. I turn back to my computer. My reflection in the monitor looks terrified and alive. Week 26. The shift. Things are different since the blackout. Charged. Every interaction feels heavy. We are careful. Too careful. We don't touch knees anymore. We don't share chips. We are polite. It is excruciating. I miss the annoyance. I miss the intrusion. I look at her when she's not looking. She looks tired. Circles under her eyes. She isn't humming. The silence is back. But it's a bad silence. It's a lonely silence. I hate it. I realize I hate my old life. I hate the solitude. I want the chaos. I want the fern. I want the terrible coffee. She is staring at the ceiling. "I think I'm going to quit," she says. World stops. Fans stop. Heart stops. "What?" I say. "This job," she says. "It's isolating. I think I need to be around people. Day people. Panic. Cold. Hard panic. Worse than the server crashing." "You can't," I say. Stupid. "Why not?" she asks. She looks at me. "Waiting. Waiting for a reason." My brain cycles through options. The project isn't done. The pay is good. The benefits, all Lies. I stand up. I walk over to her desk. I invade her space. I pick up the fern. It will die, I say. What? The fern. It likes the dark. If you take it upstairs, it will burn. She stares at me. I can get a new fern, she says. I can't, I say. The words slip out, unfiltered. Raw data. You can't get a fern? She asks, voice soft. I can't get a new... This. I gesture vaguely between us. She stands up. She is close. She smells like vanilla and ozone. What is this? She whispers. I don't know, I say. But it's optimal. It's necessary. Necessary for the archives? Necessary for me. I am terrified. I am a creature of shadows, and she is a solar flare. She steps closer. She grabs the drawstrings of my hoodie, the one she is wearing. She pulls. I stumble forward, chest to chest. You are so stupid, she says, but she is smiling, tears in her eyes. I know. I say it, she says. Say what? Say you want me to stay. I look at the blinking lights. I look at the stacks of old paper. I look at her. Stay, I rasp. More, she challenges. She is cruel. I want you to stay. I want you to talk to the scanner. I want you to bring the bad coffee. I take a breath. I want you. She drops the drawstrings. She wraps her arms around my neck. She pulls my head down. Kiss tastes like stale chips and coffee. It is chaotic. It is messy. It is illogical. My hands find her waist. Grip tight, anchoring. The hum of the servers fades away. I don't care about the temperature. I don't care about the schedule. She pulls back, breathless, grinning. Okay, she says. Okay, I'll stay, but you have to eat the curry. I groan. Fine. She kisses me again. Cheek, jaw, mouth, and we're getting a second fern, she says. Don't push it. I say, but I'm already planning where to put it. Epilogue. Month 10. Still in the basement. Productivity is down 15%. Morale is up 400%. We push the desks together. There is a jungle of plants now. She is asleep on my shoulder. It is 4 a.m. My arm is numb. I can't reach my keyboard. I don't move. I watch the lights blink. Green, green, green. She mumbles in her sleep, tightens her grip on my shirt. I rest my cheek on her head. The silence is gone, and I don't miss it at all.